Hi, Kelly. Thank you so much for asking me to share my story with you. And it's Jamie Monaghan here. So, I want to tell you a little bit about my Plexus story and really how that's just kind of played out for me. I was introduced to Plexus originally in May of 2013. A friend of mine came to me and she asked me if I'd like to do this basically detox weight loss type system with her. And I said, thank you, but no thank you. I was really, to be honest, I'd done everything in the book up until that point. You name it, I'd done it. I had counted points. I had eaten sausage and bacon by the pound and cheese and eggs until I just couldn't do it anymore. And had success in the past, but I always ended up gaining it back or maybe even more potentially. So I told her, no, thank you. She left me with a 3-day trial. And I ran into my friend about 6 weeks later, and she looked fabulous. She had this glow about her. She had dropped 14 pounds. She told me that she was no longer on her antidepressant and anxiety meds. And I was like, wow, okay. So you better believe it. I couldn't get home quick enough and start my 3-day trial of Plexus. By day 3, I was down 3 pounds. I was sleeping better. I had energy through the roof. I mean, my house had never been so clean at that moment. And it was amazing. I just felt like I had a new lease on life, and I couldn't go another day without it. So I just signed up at wholesale to get my products, the least expensive way. And by the end of that 1 month, the first month, I was down about 10 or 11 pounds. By month 4 or 5, I was down about 20 pounds. And by the end of 1 year, I had lost a total of 30 pounds. So I hit my goal. Woohoo! I was so excited. And I've been able to maintain that. And I'm going to be honest with you. Like I told you a moment ago, I have yo-yo dieted my entire life. And to have lost it and been able to maintain has been absolutely huge for me. Huge. But even more importantly than that, my health is in such a better place. I'd had a complete thyroidectomy. I guess now it's been about 5 years ago. And every time I would go in to see my doctor and have my thyroid checked, I was constantly having to have my meds upped each time. And I can honestly say that since I have been taking Plexus, I have maintained the exact same MCGs of what I take of my thyroid meds every day. Is it a coincidence? Potentially. But I think that maybe it might have a little something to do with it. Also, about 2 years prior to starting Plexus, I'd had an ovarian cyst removed from my sacroiliac joint. And when I did, right here in my hip, and when I did, what happened is it created a lot of inflammation and created chronic pain for me. And anyone that has had chronic pain knows how debilitating that can be. There were days that literally I was popping 800 milligram ibuprofens 2 to 3 times a day, which is more than recommended, but just to make it through the day because I really was in a lot of pain. And 2 weeks after starting my Plexus regimen of the Fab 5, the Slim, ProBio, BioCleanse, and I was on the accelerator at the time for weight loss, but also X Factor, it was gone. And that's when I really took a step back and said, whoa, okay, what's going on here? Because I had been to chiropractors, I had been to physical therapists, massage therapist, I'd even had acupuncture, which that did help for a short period of time, but the longevity of it was not there for me. And I literally one day was just like, my head's not hurting me anymore. What's going on? And the next day I said, it's still not hurting. And that's when I knew there was something to this, and I really started researching the products and the ingredients. And one ingredient that always sticks out in my mind is that in our probiotic, we have grapeseed extract oil in it, and that acts as an anti-inflammatory. And I was like, wow, I was wowed. I knew that this was something I was going to be in my life for a long time to come. So that's my health testimony, but I have just been blown away as well with my business that has grown with Plexus. When I started this, I had zero intention of selling Plexus. I mean, I'm a busy mom. I have 2 children. I work in the salon 2 days a week. I am a taxi cab driver, taking them to dance class and ballet class and basketball and soccer and football and you name it. And duties here to take care of at home. And so I was like, I don't have time for that. But literally, you know, obviously there was a visible difference in myself, and moms at preschool and elementary school were saying, what are you doing? And I want some of it. So I started sharing it. I mean, I said, oh, I'm taking Plexus. And it just snowballed from there. I mean, I shared it just like I would my favorite restaurant or my favorite clothing store. And 17 months later, I've had about 900 people join my team. And that's not my efforts alone. I have to say I'm very grateful and blessed to have amazing men and women who share the love and the passion that I have in helping others to get healthier. It's so much fun. I get to work with my friends daily, and I get to do something for the first time in a long time that I'm really, truly passionate about. So I've achieved Emerald status, which means that I'm eligible for a Plexus Lexus. I got to go to Maui back in September and spend a week there. And it was beautiful and fabulous. I've been to Leaders Retreat in Orlando, Florida, all on the company. So the company really takes good care of us. But how can it not when you have such a fabulous product that's doing such great things for people? And I feel like I am just a living proof of that, a product of the product. I'm a lifer. So thank you again, Kelly, for asking me to share my story. I know you've had great success too, and I'm proud of you and happy for you. So good night and go Plexus.